French programming blocks to whatever is French that aired on TV. So I hope you enjoy. First up is Leia at Gaspard, known in English as Zoe and Charlie. It's a French-Canadian animated series consisting of 26 episodes that are each 5 minutes long. It originally aired on Canal Plus in 1993. The protagonists are Zoe, a thin, sporty girl who's a health nut, and Charlie, a younger boy who is pudgy and enjoys fatty foods. Each episode was a parody of a fairy tale or famous mythical story that would center around eating well. Recurring characters, apart from the leading duo, were several talking animals: chickens, a horse, a cat, and some wolves. The episodes never came out on VHS or DVD. But as of December 9th, 2016, all of the French episodes were found on the YouTube channel Ryan Vo from modern-day Canadian airings. There is also an English dub that aired on Canada in Eunice TV. It was dubbed in English and at least shown on TV Ontario on the Kids Block, TV Ontario Kids, The Crawl Space. It also aired on CBC back in the early 2000s. The only dub episodes that are available are episodes 21 and 14, which were found on the YouTube channel Video Cassettes. Part of the episode Charliehood and the full episode Charlenstein were uploaded on the Citigroup Catalog YouTube channel. Okay, next up is Virgil. It's a French animated series originally broadcast in 1988. It was produced by the Ep32 and Canal Plus Studios. It was animated by Jingle Angoulême and created, directed, and written by Franco Millia. Its total number of episodes is unknown, and each episode is only a minute long, including opening and ending theme. Because of this, it was used as fillers between other programs. It centers around a baby boy named Virgil, which is the French word for comma, who would crawl out of his cradle every night and have a small adventure. It would usually involve a baby girl, who is his love interest, and their pet cat. There were no dialogue, only gibberish between the two babies, except for Virgil's mom, who would call out for him to go to bed. In the early 1990s, French VHS editor company Filafilm would often include 2 episodes of Virgil on a VHS tape that would contain children-oriented entertainment. However, a lot of these VHS tapes are rare and hard to find. One example is the old French cartoon Moi Renard. For example, it has 2 exclusive Virgil episodes that are only available to see at the National Library of France. To this day, only 23 episodes of Virgil are available on YouTube, but it's unknown how many more are left. Several episodes have also aired in Iran and can be seen on the website Telewebion, only available in the Persian language though. The episodes have no title text, so the uploader would typically name the episode after the main theme of the plot. Newfound episodes have been uploaded by the YouTuber Ulales8090SS on April 26, 2016, and on May 4, 2016, 2 more episodes were added by the same user. Next up is La Chambre Folle, or The Crazy Room. It was a French Disney children's show block that aired on 1998 on the channel TF1. It was a localization of the British Disney kids show block Wake Up in the Wild Room that aired between 1996 and 1998. Both shows were set in a large fun house with windows that would close and open to reveal different images. 2 flying dust creatures with large floppy ears and a creepy, mischievous ghost chef and human host. The shows were a mix of airing Disney cartoons, comedy storyline skits involving the characters, and a game show where children would compete around the house. The last round had the children throw socks at the windows, trying to avoid hitting pictures of the ghost chef. If they did, he would come out and throw pies at their faces. Originally hosted by Dave Benson Phillips in the British incarnation, the role was taken by Frederick Richard, or Billy. In the French version, Billy had experience hosting Disney shows on French TV at the time. Originally called Gary the Ghost chef's name was Tarek Noble in the French version, and he is played by a different actor. The same sets were used While episodes of Wake Up in the Wild Room are available online, no footage of La Chambre Folle is all available, not even pictures. Next up is Cartopus. It was a French live-action children's sitcom TV series produced by the media company Carrere Group DA that aired in the mid to late 90s on the French channel TF1. It was made up of 40 episodes, 10 minutes long each. The series was about a big magical friendly bear named Cartopus, whose name sounds like cart a puces, meaning smart card, who would come out of a computer and have fun with two children, a boy and a girl, who were the only ones who were able to see him. Cartopus was invisible to adults. Episodes would have him cause mischief, intentionally or not, and having the adults risking discovering his existence. Cartopus was portrayed by an actor named Mathurin Patate in a still-face, full-body costume, and sequences from the point of view from adults would have simple special effects of objects moving or floating around, as manipulated by Cartopus, with some chroma key techniques. Although Cartopus is quite tall in person, the show's opening theme shows him being a small bear cub in a side-scrolling computer game and being pursued in the forest by a much taller, nasty-looking human. Very little evidence of the show exists today. It has an IMDb page and a section on the Carrere website, though, but the named people who worked on it are the only known to have been into minor projects. Even in active Remember Nostalgic Shows theme forums, it's hardly mentioned, if at all. Of course, there's no video of it. All that exists is an image of the title screen. Next up is La Lucerne d'Amilcar, or Amilcar's Skylight in French. It was a French Luxembourgish children's TV block. It contained many sitcom-like skits with human characters appearing alongside puppets while showcasing some cartoons. It was created by Jean Chauloplan and hosted by the singer Karen Sherrill. It originally aired on the Luxembourgish TV channel RTL Television in 1987 and then on French channel M6. Karen Sherrill is mischievous and kind-hearted fairy Mina who hangs out in an attic where a grumpy old parrot named Amilcar lives. Other puppet characters include three mice, a large dark hairy monster called Groslas, or Big Ugly, who, despite his scary appearance, is kind and noble. Other human characters include an astronaut named Eric, played by Eric Galliano, and Pierre Gadean, played by Francois Arambeau. Puppeteers include Claude Bourdier, John Godemont, Christian Dugas, Josette Stein, and Sophie Pellegrini. The show was shot during 4 or 5 months during winter in Luxembourg, and the 4 cartoons or shows that they aired included The Care Bears, Hulk Hogan's Rock and Wrestling, The Littles, and Pole Position. Only 2 short clips are available online. On nostalgia website Casimerland, a user claimed to have about 50 episodes on VHS back in 2009. However, they didn't share them, being more interested in cheating them for other rare shows. Next up is Operation Bugs Bunny. It was a Christmas TV special that aired on December 24th of 1997. It was directed by Michael Hassan. The plot is that Santa Claus gets depressed and refuses to give away gifts. Bugs Bunny is charged with finding him and cheering him back by showing him some of his cartoons. Santa Claus was played by the late Michael Galabru, and the Portuguese-Belgian singer Leo is credited as Bugs Bunny's girlfriend. This was probably not Lola Bunny, though. Other celebrities appear, such as Canadian stand-up comedian Gad Elmaleh and French singer-comedian Richard Gauthier. Bugs Bunny himself has been described as being CGI animated. This is possible. This was an aesthetic choice and the basic idea of the special itself. It was influenced by the movie Space Jam. In 1997, it came out in France. Bugs Bunny appears as a cartoon alongside live-action humans in that movie. Gerard Siriguet, who usually does a French dub of Bugs Bunny, reprises his audio role in the special. And strangely, Dutch actress Tamar Baruch has been credited as Bugs Bunny too. It seems likely she was motion capturing a CGI build of Bugs Bunny in a way similar to virtual TV people such as Cleo from Cyberflash. The special seems to have only aired once, and there is no way to find it on the internet, though 2 screen caps of the TV special remain to this day. Next up is Pizza Rollo. It was an interactive game show that aired around 1994 on Canal Plus. It was aired from Monday to Friday at 6:30 p.m. Its concept was inspired by Hugo Delaire, another interactive game show for children. Both would have an original video game on screen. Child contestants would call live to control the player using the keys of their phones. While the game in Hugo Delaire was 2D animated and centered around a small imp going to rescue of his family that was caught by a witch, Pizza Rollo's game was in 3D, and it was about pizza delivery people who would ride through a city with their bikes while avoiding obstacles. You could choose between Pizza Rollo, Pizza Roulette, or Pizza Lilo to play as. Though based on the footage, contestants either didn't or couldn't choose anything other than Pizza Rollo, who is the title character as well. The game was infamous for its difficulty. Controls were awkward as the child contestant had to use the keys from the phone to move the character. But it was probably even harder as you only had 1 minute and 30 seconds. Suffice to say, winners were rare. Very little footage exists, and there are no known home releases of the show in France or in English. And finally, we're closing this video with Zap Zapper. Zap Zapper was a kids show block featuring puppets that aired on the French channel TF1 on Sundays from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. From January 11th to August 30th of 1987. It was created by Christophe Izard, who is also the author of many popular puppet kids show books on French TV during the 70s and 80s. The main character of the show was a dog named Zapper. His name comes from the French verb or term zapper, which means to quickly flick through TV channels. It was a trendy term in the 80s France when TV remotes were more common, and was at the center of some controversy as it was accused of promoting short attention spans. He wears green pajamas, slippers, and is constantly lazily sitting in his armchair, flicking through channels. Every time he stops at a channel, it cuts either to a cartoon episode or a short skit with live actors parodying mainstream TV. Each part hardly lasts more than 10 minutes, as Zapper has a short attention span with his remote control, so he zaps to another channel. Zapper lives in his home with an anthropomorphic rat named Gridby, who usually annoys him by eating his food from the fridge or forcing him to change to another channel. Zapper, however, is too lazy or addicted to his TV to get more proactive. Each episode would usually end with Zapper's television set exploding in smoke due to him changing channels too much too fast. Quite a few magazines promoted Zapper with pictures of the puppets used. Creator Christophe Izard's legacy as the creator of these kids shows, Children's Island and The Village in the Clouds, is often mentioned. Christophe Izard was shocked by children constantly flicking channels while watching TV, so he decided to create a character who would do it for them. His own pet dog Tarzan, a 4-year-old Basset hound, inspired him to create Zapper as a lazy anthropomorphic dog, and the puppet was built by Yves Brunier. Although most available information refers to the rat sidekick as Gridby, an article on the Tele 7 Jours calls him Grippy, stating his name was based on Grippy, which means influenza, because he is meant to be annoying, like the flu, I guess. Gridby's appearance is supposed to be a cross between a sewer rat and a hedgehog. Strangely enough, the same article says that Gridby is greenish, even though all pictures clearly show him as yellow and red. Yves Brunier was the puppeteer of Gridby, while Boris Sehagem controlled Zapper. The puppets were made of latex, which made them more realistic and sturdier than the previous works that Brunier made. They usually used foam. Zapper's eyes were mobile, where Gridby's were still. While Zapper fans who have good memories of it still like to talk about it on nostalgic forums and stuff on the internet, It is one of the most forgotten French nostalgic kids show blocks from the 80s. And for good reason, absolutely no footage has ever